In this episode, we're going to talk about the bedbug resurgence, whether or not it's getting worse, and where bedbugs are now. Welcome everybody to Bedbug TV. I'm your host, Jeff White. And in today's episode, I want to give everybody an update on bedbugs in general. Obviously, there was a time in 2010 when the media was covering bedbugs and everybody, knew of them and knew it was getting worse. And the media is no longer covering it, and I'm filming this video at the tail end of 2015. And the media is no longer covering it as much as it once was, and so people kind of think to themselves, are bedbugs, continuing to increase? What's the status update? And what I can tell you is right here in front of me I have a scientific paper that was published in September of 2015, and it's called Seasons, Searches, and Intentions, What the Internet Can Tell Us About the Bedbug Epidemic. And what they did in this paper is they looked at Google search words and how many people are searching for certain things. And a lot of the belief was that bedbugs are plateauing. And what that means is that it's not going down, it's not going up, but bedbugs have kind of found this plateau or this average in terms of the number of infestations we're seeing and what's going on. And that's kind of the belief in many cities across the country, especially New York and other northeastern cities. And so what this study did is it looked at those search words, and what they found was that organic searches about the information on bedbugs. So let's just say I want to know what, bedbugs are, or, how bedbugs get from one location to another. I don't necessarily have them, but I want information on them. Those types of searches have reached a plateau, where in 2010 they were at their highest, but since then they came down a little bit and they're just kind of meandering along an average. But what they found was that when they looked at control words associated with bedbugs, so bedbug exterminator, how to treat bedbugs, things that had to do with getting rid of them, they actually are still seeing those searches increase. And so what this paper found and what the study suggests is that bedbugs are still a very real problem, and as a whole across the country, they believe that the problem is still on the rise. And so obviously that's very different than what people perceive because the media is not covering it quite as much, but bedbugs are still a very real problem. And they are on the rise in many places. Now in terms of the regionality of bedbugs, that's a whole nother video and a whole other topic for another day when we talk about why Cincinnati has a significant bedbug problem and maybe other metropolitan areas don't have as much of a bedbug problem. It's interesting what drives regional trends. But the bottom line is bedbugs are still on the increase. You still need to be aware of bedbugs. You still need to be educating yourself on how not to take them from one location to another or how to avoid them in general. And I just wanted to give everybody an update that it's still a problem. It's not going anywhere. Bedbugs are back and here to stay, and so you need to prepare yourself for bedbugs and what they look like and basic information on them. If you have any questions, you can email me at jeff.white@bedbugcentral.com, and I hope to see everybody soon enough.